Alright, should be good to go. What's up, Kareem? Thank you, Queen of the Castle. Do you remember you from last stream? I do remember you. What's up, Shadow Assassin? Welcome to the stream. I switched out my controller for this one, so hopefully we don't have any more walking into TV or just walking up and down the stairs continuously. No issues like that today, hopefully. I don't think you get to say welcome to the stream anymore. I don't know, I like to at least, you know, welcome you and acknowledge you're in chat and stuff, and I appreciate you guys doing it. Yeah, you were the first like. That's awesome, and thank you. What's up, Llamas? Alright, you're saying 2112? Alright. Oh yeah, true, because of the 112 part of it. Okay. Still hoping for some KFC gold luck there. 2100. Alright, alright. I'm thinking we're going to get to probably about 2400 in today's stream. Seem to be getting a little bit over 300 each time. Or we could get the shiny too, which would be awesome. It'd be better than, you know. Oh no, your emulator won't open? Oh no! Well, I hope you get that open, because that would suck to lose your shiny there. What's up, Philippe? Welcome back to the stream. What's up, Thor? Welcome back to the stream. It's still saved, you just can't open it? Yeah, so you should be able to, like, back up the save somewhere and reinstall the emulator in the worst case scenario. What's up, Diego? Welcome to the stream. You've been waiting for this the whole day? That's cool. Yeah, but I stream you at the same time every night, so hopefully just for the stream. Yeah, so yeah, I stream at 7 every night, so I hope you weren't like waiting around for me to start it, because like this is the only time of the day I can even do it. Discord chat link in the description below. Yep. Like Shadow said, if you haven't joined it, there's a Discord link in the description for anyone who wants to join a Discord server I have set up, so we can chat outside of the streams as well as in them. Welcome back, M. Bowen. Do I remember you, Ronaldo? I do remember you. Welcome back to the stream. Alright guys, hopefully we can get this shiny tonight. That'd be amazing if we could. I don't know why, but I'm feeling pretty confident that we'll be able to get it this time. Don't know why, I just feel really lucky tonight. Shiny at 2090. Alright, we'll see. We're really close. 11 more to go. Shiny hype? Yeah! Get hyped for the shiny Treecko. The more hype we get, the more likely he is to come, right? Will I do a Let's Play Pokemon Emerald with the shiny Treecko, and will you catch shiny Rayquaza or Regis or something like that? That's the plan, Philippe. A couple people were talking to me and telling me I should do like a shiny badge quest and do a Let's Play for like all the actual story stuff, and whenever I start hunting for more Pokemon, stream that, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. So for the most part, like, it'll come out as Let's Plays, you know, and do gym battles and all that stuff, but like when I decide I need a new Pokemon and I have something like Sweet Scent so I can actually hunt for shinies, I'll stream that kind of stuff. Welcome, Sans. Welcome back to the stream. Shiny at 2520. Alright, we'll see you, Embo. And Ronaldo, thank you for the sub. You're saying 3,000 Sans. Alright, that's a little way off, but we'll see. We'll see. Shiny at 2097. Okay, Thor, we'll see. Everyone sub for Shiny Luck? Yeah, sure. Shiny Treecko wants an audience for when he appears. So yeah, Philippe, I'm probably gonna do a Let's Play for Emerald, and it'll be using this save with the shiny. And I'm gonna stream more shiny hunts in it, because with Emerald, I know I have, once I get the shiny Treecko, I'll know I have a good shiny frame for soft resets. And even if that's not the case, most of the legendaries you can do runaways on. So we'll be able to do normal hunts that way. You're the 6th like? That's awesome, Ronaldo. I'm gonna have to open up the picture of KFC Gold myself through Discord. You gotta get that luck somehow. Alright. Yeah, Nick, I'm back at it again. Thank you for coming back to the stream. We're gonna keep going until we get this shiny Treecko, so... Not discouraged yet, and hopefully I won't ever be before we get it. Hope I get it soon. Thank you, Philippe. I hope I get it too. And it'll be awesome to actually be able to start battling with this thing too. How often do I stream? I try to stream 3 times a week on Monday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And if I change, I tend to say that, you know, every stream. I don't have anything on my channel saying it yet. I need to figure out like a banner or something. But anytime I don't do that, I'll mention it on the stream beforehand if I know ahead of time. Otherwise, I'll like post it in the Discord, which is linked in the description of this video. Shiny at 2100, Nick. All right, we're about 12 away from seeing 2100 and 12 away from starting a new save if we need to. It's awesome to use a shiny in gameplay. I agree. Yeah, seeing the sparkle when you send it out, it's awesome. I mean, I haven't done much with most of the shinies I caught, but even just like leveling them up to evolve them, it's like I caught that, you know. I have a shiny, I caught that every time like a little star in Gen 7 pops up. It's just great. And this will be the first time I do like an actual playthrough with one, which will be awesome. Shiny on the next one. We'll see, Ronaldo. We'll see. 2090 right now. Vincent, you're hunting a Groudon shiny. Good luck with that. I want to do that too. Hopefully I'll get around to that. And by hopefully I mean I will as soon as I get Treecko. You got a shiny Meowth and you ran from it. Oh no, Ronaldo! I'm worried I'll misclick or something if I run into a shiny, and at least in Emerald, if I soft reset over it, it's not the end of the world. But, you know, in Sun or something, when I've been chaining, I've always been nervous that I'll knock out the wrong Pokemon once a shiny appears. Or I had one friend who a shiny Corsola popped up in a Sun, and then it called for help, and a Marini came, and the Marini knocked it out. You can get Kyogre and Groudon in Emerald? Yeah, you can, Shadow. You can get all 3 of the Weather Trio in Emerald. Is it possible to get shinies in ROM hacks? Yeah. Actually, a lot of ROM hacks make it either easier or like guaranteed to get shinies too, because they can mess with the values and stuff. Are you gonna hunt for all the shiny legendaries? I do plan on doing that eventually, because I'm gonna also do a Let's Play through Emerald once I have the shiny Treecko. And once I get to the legendaries in the story, I'll do some of the streams as legendary hunts. Yeah, you got a shiny in Pokemon Vega? Okay, yeah, so most ROM hacks aren't going to make it where you can't, but a lot actually make it where you can get more. I haven't personally caught any in ROM hacks, and I really haven't played... I've never completed a ROM hack, and I've only played 1 or 2. I forget what their names even were. You want to experience the feeling of evolving a gold Charmeleon into a black Charizard? Yeah. Yeah, there have been a lot of shinies where it's, you know, just knowing what it normally evolves into and then just seeing something different pop up's great. You don't have the patience for shiny hunting? I used to not. Like, I used to get impatient to the point where I wouldn't finish the games because of, like, when you had to, like, grind for a little bit. I always eventually got tired of grinding. Granted, I was one of the people who would grind a lot more than I needed to, but, yeah, I get that. And it's taken a while for me to even consider doing a full odds hunt like this, just because I had to gain the patience through, easier shiny hunting methods. Play Pokemon Brick Bronze? I'll look into it, Ronaldo. Alright, 2099, let's see. Patience is all that matters in Pokemon games. Yeah, for the most part, like, no matter what your, like, team is or anything, if you have the patience to level them up, you'll beat the story. Yep, 2100 is coming up, next one. Alright, so this is going to be 2100. If we don't get it this time, I'm going to go ahead and restart my save again. Hopefully get some better RNG with it. Is Treecko my favorite starter? It is my favorite Hoenn starter. My favorite starter overall is Rowlet, and Rowlet is also my favorite Pokemon. As soon as I saw this stuff for Gen 7, all the promotional stuff, I knew I was going to be picking Rowlet. Alright, so 2100 was not the shiny, so I'm going to go ahead and reset the save here. But yeah, so Rowlet was immediately the Pokemon I knew I was going to pick, and as soon as I picked it and started playing with it, it immediately became my favorite. I ran from a shiny? I don't think I did. Yeah. No, 2100 wasn't a shiny. In my opinion, what shiny is the coolest looking? I think my favorite shiny is Milotic, because my favorite color is blue, and that blue and gold color scheme that it has is just awesome in my opinion. And it was already a good-looking Pokemon, so in my opinion, that was one of the ones that just got made so much better. And also, it's Gen 3, which I have a lot of nostalgia for when it comes to all the Pokemon in Gen 3. So all those things just kind of built on each other, and in my opinion, like, it is the best shiny. Oh, is it shiny Mew? Okay, Ronald. What's my favorite region and game? I'd say my favorite region is the Hoenn region because I got into Pokemon with Gen 3, and then I got back into Pokemon with Alpha Sapphire. So, Hoenn's the region that I have, like, the most kind of re-experiencing and experienced Pokemon for the first time in. So those will always be my favorite region. My favorite game is Sun. I loved the story in it, and it's the first game I ever started shiny hunting in, and I've been shiny hunting in it since I got it on release day pretty much, and I'm up to almost like 825 hours or something. So I'd have to say Sun's my favorite game. Shiny Mew is awesome. It is pretty awesome. I like the blue. You love Sinnoh region. Yeah, a lot of my friends really liked Sinnoh region. I still actually need to finish my copy of Platinum, because when I was a kid and I had my DS, Swords, thank you for the sub. When I was a kid and I had my copy of I had my DS and I had my copy of Pearl, I let my sister borrow my DS and it got broken. And then I started entering like that phase of like middle school, high school, where it's like Pokemon's for little kids, I'm too cool for that, so I didn't play it. And I ended up losing, like, almost all of my cartridges and stuff. And so, like, maybe a month and a half ago, I picked up Platinum, and I've been playing through it. And so far, I've really enjoyed it. You like the stuff like Black Rayquaza, Black Charizard, and the Mega Shiny Gengar, which makes drastic changes to the color. I like those too, and that's where, I think last year I mentioned, like, I really like Mega Gengar Shiny, because it fixes the fact that Gengar is just, like, a slightly different shade of purple. I don't like shinies that are like a slight color shift, but I'm okay with Pokemon where like they don't change all the colors, but they change major colors, and they change them in a big way, like red to blue, or something like that. In my opinion, all black shinies end up looking nice, but that's kind of a thing where it's like, I like when a shiny looks good when it wasn't just made black. See you later, Ronaldo. Thanks for tuning into the stream. You're going in your senior year of high school and you love Pokemon? Yeah, it just depends on, like, who you hang out with and stuff. I kind of never really hung out with people that were super into Pokemon. So it kind of just became, like, this thing of none of my friends played it, and I didn't really play it, and it just kind of became one of those things where it's like, that's what I played in elementary school, so... But then, all my new friends, you know, they played, like, Smash and everything, Nintendo, so I got a 3DS, and then I was like, oh, I should pick up, you know, a Pokemon game, and picked up Alpha Sapphire, and beat it in less than a week, and it was like, oh yeah, I love Pokemon, that's right. Shiny Metagross is awesome. Yeah, I really like the silver of that whole line. Shiny Rapidash? Okay. Platinum's your favorite game, and your favorite Pokemon's Infernape? That's cool, Anthony. Yeah, I've really enjoyed Platinum as I've played it, and I really wish I had beaten it as a kid, but, like, my DS got broken, and then like I said, I thought Pokemon was for little kids, so I never, like, was motivated to get another DS. So it wasn't until really recently that I was even able to play it again. Shiny Rayquaza? Alright. I'm definitely going to go for one, because that's a lot of the reason that I wanted to shiny hunt in Emerald, is because the legendaries are shiny locked in ORAS, so this is the only way I'd be able to get, like, shiny Kyogre and shiny Groudon. Because I didn't get the game in time for, like, events and all that stuff. I think the only event that I attended for Gen 6 was the Hoopa event. Your favorite shiny Gliscor? That's cool, Diego. So we're back to just doing some soft resetting now. Got through recreating the profile. I'm expecting if we get a shiny in this next set of 50, it'll be somewhere probably in the first 30 of them. So I feel like after that, I'm starting to hit the same frames again, but you never know. That's why I keep going a little bit past 30. We're coming up on the lucky number. We are, Shadow. 8 more to go. Shiny, I'm going to guess you mean 2109 or 3000. We'll see. We'll see, Sans. We'll see. What's my favorite legendary from Sinnoh? I'm going to go with Palkia, just because it's the only one I've caught, because I caught it in Pearl before my DS broke and all that stuff. So Palkia, probably just, again, nostalgia more than anything. Welcome back, Ronaldo. Cresselia for the win. Okay. Yeah. Hopefully at some point I can get like a 3DS capture card and start going after some of the Gen 4 and up Pokemon. Because I'd love to be able to stream a lot of my Gen 7 hunting. But right now I just can't unless I like hold up some kind of camera to my screen, which would just look kind of bad in my opinion. I prefer to like actually have a legitimate capture card. Favorite Pokemon? Yours is Turtwig? Mine is Rowlet. Oh no, you killed it and then you're... Oh, that's a tough decision right there. I guess I'd go back and definitely play through again. I've always been really careful about making sure I save when I come up to them, though. Because even if like I have a Master Ball, I'm always like, no, I need to make sure I don't mess this up. Is this on an emulator? No, it's actually on a Game Boy player for the GameCube. And I'm capturing it through just a little like $30 capture card. But in order for me to get like a 3DS capture card, I have to like send off my 3DS and still pay like $200 for it to be made into a capture card and risk it breaking, or pay $600 to get like a brand new capture card, which is just a lot, and I don't have that kind of money right now. But yeah, I'm just playing on like a GameCube. So this is a legitimate cartridge of Emerald, which I wanted to do it on. That way I can trade it up to newer games eventually. Yeah, a bit more detailed than a no. Want to hear a joke? Sure, Ronaldo. As long as it's clean. Because, for anyone who doesn't know, I try to keep the chat here PG just because it's Pokemon. It is a kid's game, so I want to keep the chat, like, suitable for the same audience that the game was intended. You want to hear a joke too? Okay. Oh no, your sister broke your GameCube. Yeah, I was kind of devastated when my sister broke my DS because what had happened was I had like a competition going on all day one day, and my sister had to come along because she was still really little and both my parents were there. And so, you know, she was bored, so I let her borrow my DS and all my games. And she bent the screen all the way back, which on the on the original DS and DS Lite, it could do, but it wasn't supposed to do. So it like crimped the ribbon cable for the screen, and the entire screen was permanently tinted pink. I think she spilled something on it because the speakers weren't working properly, and she managed to corrupt the saves for literally every game I let her borrow, because I think she hit save and then pulled the cartridge out while it was still saving. So I lost all the progress in all my games, my DS was pretty much useless, and so it was just so demotivating that I didn't bother getting another one. Yeah, I remember bending back. I know I always did that too, and was always told like, "Oh, it's bad for it," and I was like, "Ah, it's fine," but I never pushed it. I think she like was forcing it back, and it just kind of broke. Yeah, I never understood. It was just the cable couldn't. Like, I took it apart to see if like the cable just got pulled loose or something, and it didn't. It was gone. Me trying to take it apart just made it worse. But this is by the time I had a 3DS, so I was okay with, you know, losing out to play all my games. But it just looked like the cable got creased because it wasn't meant to bend as far as the screen could bend. Oh, no, someone stood on a PlayStation and thought it would hold their weight? No, that wouldn't... Oh, man, that stinks. You broke your DS completely in half, separated the screen top to bottom. Yeah, that... You know, that actually isn't that uncommon, I don't think, just because it's plastic hinges. Which is kind of why I think they made the 2DS as the like, kid-friendly version, just because it was so much harder to break. Well, I keep it clean. Everything on here is 13 plus, except you. I just want to keep it clean in case, you know, anyone joins who's younger who just doesn't want that kind of like language and talk in a chat. And because it's Pokemon, it's a kid's game. 1 out of 10 build quality. Yeah, they definitely improved later on. I also didn't quite understand why they like. I had like the DS Lite, and I had the white version of it. It has like that clear coating around the plastic, and they're around the white plastic, and they're separate. And it just got full of like dirt, and it looked so bad. Like the entire thing looked brown by the time it broke anyway. Can have fun talking about Pokemon. You don't need to tell directors. Yeah, there you go, Philippe. I was in my 3DS XL sitting around somewhere. I always have I have the like new 3DS XL because that's what was out when I had money to buy one. I've carried it literally everywhere with me since I got Pokemon Sun. It's starting to get so worn out that I can see like all of the paint and the design chipping off. Because like on the new 3DS, at least on the black one, you can see like almost like fake carbon fiber on it, like that kind of just like diagonal striping. And it's just starting to peel back to black. Do I play Clash of Clans? I don't play many mobile games like that. The only ones I really play are rhythm games and things like School Idol Festival and other Japanese rhythm games. Because for the most part, if I'm not like in a place where I can sit and play a game like that, I'll just look at Reddit or something on my phone. You have a normal blue one? Okay. You're back once again. Welcome back, Kareem. What's up, Grand Plasma? Welcome back to the stream. School Idol Festival's lit. Yeah, I haven't been able to play it in a while, though. It's blocked at my office, so I can't even play it on lunch break. Because I don't want to run through my data. Because I made that mistake. I tried downloading the Korean version right before it ran out and like just setting up another account to mess around with. And I did the data download over 4G. And I just watched the text come in from a carrier like, you're running out of your data. And I just watched it count down and eventually run over the data limit. I was like, I'm just not going to play Sif on data again. So I haven't played it much this summer. But yeah, I'm going to hopefully get back into it when the school year starts and I can play it whenever I have the chance. I'm taking a break because I kind of got burnt out when that UR Devil Nico came out. I had been saving since it released on JP and I had almost 1,000 gems. Kareem, you're saying 2150. Okay, we'll see. We're about, I think, 21 away on that. Used to play big time when it first came out. Yeah, I got into it, like, all my friends got into it, and I got into it. I downloaded it a little bit after they did. I had already watched the whole Love Live anime, so I knew all the characters and I wanted to play it. But as soon as I downloaded it, I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. I'll play it every once in a while. And then I immediately was hooked and didn't stop playing for over a year. Who's my favorite Sinnoh starter? My favorite Sinnoh starter is Piplup. Because for the most part, I generally choose water starters. Water or grass. And I liked Piplup more than Turtwig. What if I ran into a shiny Zigzagoon? In Emerald, it actually wouldn't be bad. Because Emerald has messed up RNG, where normally every time you soft reset, it changes the, it changes the seed for when it creates shinies. But in Emerald, that's messed up, and it doesn't change the seed. The seed is permanent, which means you can get a shiny at the same frame every time you soft reset. So if I get a Zigzagoon, it just means that I have to change my input slightly to get to the Treecko a little bit faster, and then the Treecko would be shiny. If it was any other game, it would be awful, because that would be my one chance to get the shiny there, and it would be gone, and I'd have to keep going at full odds. You're gonna listen to music, and remember your guess was 3,000 or 2,200. If right, name the Pokemon after you. Alright, Sans. Sinnoh is your least favorite gen. Most of the people I've heard have, a lot of people I know really like it, and then I've seen a lot of people in here really don't. Personally, I like it, but I'm one of those people who, can play pretty much anything and find, enjoyment in it. I don't really try to critique games when I play them. But yeah, I've seen a lot of people, don't like Sinnoh because of its pacing. And I can kind of see that. It feels a little bit slow, but I play Pokemon slow anyways. Favorite fire starter, yours is Torchic because of Blaziken. That's interesting, limiting it to just that. I'd probably go with Charmander then. Because I generally don't choose fire starters, so I don't have as much of an opinion about this. But if we get Treecko, or when we get Treecko, the next thing I'm probably going to do is hunt for a Kanto starter in Leaf Green. And I think the consensus has been that I'm going to do Charmander. Each generation, there seems to be an underrated one a bunch. Yeah, that seems to always be the case. There's always one that gets, super hyped up by everyone. And the other, either both of them kind of fall back, or only one does. Or one just gets hate, and the other one's just still kind of left there. Is there a way to get, welcome Pablo, welcome to the stream. Is there a way to get, Jirachi and Emerald, without cheats? Not anymore. There were events for it and stuff, but to get it, there are ways to get it with glitches if that's not counted as cheats in your mind. I'm gonna get it at 3,000. We'll see, Marco. We'll see. And Bowen, you say 2137. Well, unfortunately, that one wasn't a shiny, as we just saw. So we're gonna keep going. I feel like I missed a little bit of the chat here. Okay, I didn't miss too much. Okay. I thought I missed a lot because, the messages I had seen just barely scrolled past the screen. Ronaldo, you say 2,900. We'll see, we'll see. That one's going to be a little far off. We're probably going to get to about 2,400 tonight. How long have I been doing this? I've been streaming the whole thing, and I started streaming, I want to say, 3 weeks ago? 2.5 to 3.5 weeks ago? And I've been going for about 3 hours every time I've streamed, so it's been a good, probably close to 25, 30 hours of hunting for this so far. It's not regular gameplay, don't like this. Yeah, for the most part, I don't, but there's not really another way to get it at this point. And I'd be okay with doing it on, this cartridge. I probably wouldn't transfer it up to any newer gens to complete a living dex with it, but it'd be a fun hunt if I did it. 10 years, yeah. It can feel like it sometimes. your first starter was a Torchic and you accidentally picked it and then started to like it. Oh, like, I guess I've almost picked Torchic a bunch of times, so you're just spamming A, so I can see I can accidentally pick it. And I definitely wouldn't mind playing with it. It's just I prefer grass and water starters for the most part. What's my favorite grass type throughout the whole game? I'm gonna again go with Rowlet because Rowlet was is my all-time favorite Pokemon. Just because as soon as I saw all the stuff for Gen 7, I knew I was gonna be picking Rowlet. Especially after all the fan art, mixing it with Kotari from Love Live. I was like, oh, I'm definitely picking Rowlet, and then I started messing around with it and playing with it, and then once I messed with it in Pokemon Refresh it just became my favorite Pokemon. Ooh, Ronaldo, that one's a little bit far off. Can you say a random name that I should name my rival in Soul Silver? I'm gonna say Charles. Yeah, Charles. Yeah, Ronaldo, keep it PG. Alright, see you later, Nick. Thank you for the luck. Thanks for tuning into the stream. What's up, Roman? Welcome back to the stream. Alright guys, we're getting pretty close to 2150, so we'll reset the chain here once we get to that. It's okay, Roman. It's okay. Nice bike. Thanks, Sorts. It's like a 30-year-old bike at this point. But it fits me, which is pretty rare when it comes to most things, so I take what I can get. Do I have a Switch? I don't. I've been searching for them everywhere. And I'm not willing to pay like people's really jacked up prices. So I keep like going into GameStops and Best Buys and other electronic stores and like just trying to find a Switch display and seeing if they have anything. You've probably gotten shiny everything else this month. I haven't gotten everything, but I've gotten quite a few. In Pokemon Sun. I have about 90 shinies in Pokemon Sun right now. But that's after like 800 hours in-game. Super rare. Will we read my comment? I try to read every comment, especially when the chat is like... You know, the chat's not super, like, too active for me to not read everything. So I try to read as many as I can. Ooh, what if I don't find shiny Treecko, but instead find shiny Blue Eyes White Dragon? But would it be a Blue Eyes White Dragon at that point? If it was shiny, wouldn't it be a different color? You got your Treecko today after 30,000 soft resets. Nice Game Master Matt. I'm really hoping I don't have to go that far, but I knew what I was getting into when I started it. And honestly, if we get that far, I'll probably take a break and do something else in the meantime. Remember you when I reach 1 million. I don't know if I'll get that far, but I'm enjoying having a small little community here. And Shiny Poochyena, 20 random encounters. That's nice, nice. Watch him actually soft reset a shiny. You know, in Emerald, it's not that bad though, because Emerald has really messed up RNG, where unless you reset your save, you get the same shiny frames every time, even when you soft reset. Which means if I soft reset over a Treecko or I get a shiny Zigzagoon, I just have to either do the same timing again if it was a Treecko, or hit the buttons a little bit faster if it was a Zigzagoon. As long as I don't reset my save, which if I see a shiny of anything, it means that I'm keeping the save. We need a new bike for mountain biking. Yeah, I have a mountain bike, but I use it more for like just riding around places that I wouldn't ride my road bike, like, you know, places with bigger hills and stuff. And I try to do some trail riding every once in a while, but I haven't been able to, for the most part, this summer because of work and everything. Why is my profile pic a girl? It's a character from a game that I played way back when I made this channel. Is just like a channel to watch YouTube videos and subscribe to things. I plan on getting something a bit more Pokemon related soon, though. How are you doing? Are you bringing luck? Everyone here is bringing luck, Roman. I appreciate everyone who's in the chat and everyone who's watching. It would be the same if Game Freak decided to make a shiny for it. What if I encounter a shiny Zigzagoon instead of a Treecko? It is... In Emerald, it's not bad, because it means I have a shiny frame. And so I just have to keep the save, because then I'll keep the right shiny frame, and I just have to change my input speed a little bit. Which is kind of a blessing and a curse. I also realized I didn't reset my save, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Shiny hunt a bike. That would be interesting, trying to encounter some wild bikes. Gotta go. See you later, Roman. Thanks for tuning into the stream. It'd be so much easier if I used the fast forward hack. Yeah, but I'm doing this on a normal cartridge, and I don't want to do anything like hacking or glitching. I want this to be like a legit shiny. Well, that's part of the fun of it for me. Use fast forward? I can't, because I don't have any kind of Action Replay or Game Shark to do that with. Because this isn't an emulator, it's it's just a normal cartridge. You heard a second time, and a lot of people have asked the same question about Shiny 16. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I like answering the questions, and, you know, if people want to know and they didn't hear me before, like, or they weren't here, I'm perfectly fine answering the question again. And, you know, Emerald's the only game to have that issue, so, yeah. In every other game, getting a shiny Zigzagoon, or a shiny whatever the other encounter is, would just be devastating. But in Emerald, it's okay. It's actually a good thing. Alright, later, Ronaldo. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Don't forget to play Brick Bronze. I'll look into it. You're saying 2162 Shadow. Alright, we'll see. Maybe I'll catch a shiny dad. Maybe. Why do you not have a... Why don't you have a dad in Pokemon? You actually do have one in this game. But it is like one of the few games that they actually have a dad. Or at least that they mention it. What Pokemon games have I not played yet? I'm not gonna like list every single one. I'm just gonna list the gens that I haven't played. I haven't played Gen 2, which I need to. But I never had like an original Game Boy, so coming across one of those cartridges is a little bit hard now. I haven't played Heart Gold or Soul Silver. So basically I haven't played Johto, which I really need to, and I have someone who's offered to sell me a Soul Silver cartridge. I just need to like get paid so I can pay them for it. And then I haven't played any of Gen 5. So there's still a lot for me to play, because I was into it as a kid, but I was never super big into it, and then I fell out of it, like, as a teenager, and I finally just got back into it, and I've started to slowly collect some of the games. Yeah, Johto was really fun. I need to try it. I really do. And I know I've been missing out by not playing it, so I'm hoping to play it soon. And I'm probably going to end up playing the remakes first, just because at this point, you know, I've been so spoiled by the newer games that I feel like trying to get a first impression on a region from, like, the original game it was in, almost, obviously in a way, it's its own experience, but like, it kind of loses a little bit of what the games have become by going back that far. Like, it's not bad, it's just... I feel like I'd rather play the remakes first at this point. Alright, Shadow, you said 2162, so we'll see. It's right now. Unfortunately, it wasn't a shiny. You can use Game Boy cartridges on Game Boy. Yeah, I know you can use original Game Boy cartridges. It's not an issue of me being able to play it. Because I have a Game Boy. Like, I can play the games. It's just a matter of getting my hands on a game now. You don't know Ice Star, Heart Gold when your favorite legendary is a Lugia. Oh, are both of them in the same game? I thought they were exclusive to each. No, I haven't found it yet. The odds are 1 in 8,000 basically, which, you know, so we're still really far off from getting close to something a bit more definite of getting it. And I mean, there are people, there was one guy who was in the stream earlier, I don't know if he's still here, he was talking about how he finally got it after like 30,000, which is insane. Oh, you can do a lot of stuff in Hurdle. Yeah, I know you can do a lot, and that's part of why. That's part of why I want to play the remakes over the originals, kind of. Spammer, no Zigzagoon or Treecko yet, unfortunately. So, still going, still resetting the save every 50. Hopefully we'll be able to get it soon. I'm feeling lucky this stream, though. Shiny Zigzagoon? Yeah, so in this game, in Emerald, the RNG's messed up. So, getting a Shiny Zigzagoon is actually a good thing. It's not as good as getting a Treecko, but it's a sign that you're about to get a Treecko. It means that you have a save that's good for soft resetting on. You vote 2282. All right, Spammer. We'll see. Welcome back, Sans. You're about an hour into the stream, and we've made it through just over 100. So I'm still thinking we're gonna get to about 2,400 tonight. Yeah, you can actually hatch a legendary. Yeah, I've seen all that stuff. Which is it's kind of weird. Sinnoh did get, I feel like, almost went a little bit overboard with legendaries in that sense. It's too difficult to get a shiny Treecko. That's part of the fun for me, is the difficulty on this one. Especially with Emerald, and it being having its own unique set of challenges with the weird RNG for shiny hunting. Your next guess is 2185 Shadow. All right, we got 11 more to go for that. all that happens in Heart Gold. Yeah, did I say, like, Sinnoh specifically? I meant, like, Gen 4 if I did, but yeah. Like, just in general, kind of the themes of Gen 4 with all the legendaries not just being, you know... I mean, even Gen 3 kind of did it. But, you know, it's still good. It just kind of shifted where, you know, like, legendaries before had just kind of been things that existed, except Mew. Suddenly, you know, they're rulers of time and space and the creators of everything and all this. And it got kind of, like, extravagant. Like, not bad, just over the top. And it kind of led to weird things like, yeah, let's just hatch a legendary from an egg. You got a shiny Porygon and Fire Red by hatching. Nice, Azareth. I've only caught a few Pokemon, or I've only got a few shinies through actually hatching eggs. And to do it in Fire Red's pretty great, because there was no way to, like, increase your odds there. The fun of that game is, for me, is you can get legendaries from 4 regions while you're still in Johto and Kanto. Yeah, I do like that in the newer games, is they add ways of getting older shinies, or not older shinies, older legendaries. Be it through, like, different event-type deals, or, you know, in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, where there's just a bunch of Mirage spots. Like, I liked that. You just got a shiny Shinx in Pokemon Diamond. Nice, Mark! You understand me, but you don't know how to write some more Zingos. That's okay, Diego. I'm glad you still like watching the videos. Aren't we BYF's best YouTube friends? Hey, you're my first... You've been pretty important in the streams recently, Shadow, you know. And recently, I mean, for most of them, yeah. I'd say we're pretty good YouTube friends. There's a story that Arceus was hatched from an egg and he created everything. Yeah, like, that's the thing, you know, where Arceus, like, creates everything and all that. It's different than, you know, Mew being the ancestor to all Pokemon. Like, that's kind of the thing with me, is, like, it just kind of gets a little weird with that, in my opinion. It's still good. But yeah, you know, the creator of everything hatching from an egg's kind of weird. And also being a 10-year-old that walks around with the creator of everything in a Pokeball. And it's still impossible to hatch legendary. Yeah, like, you can't breed most legendaries, and then they add that whole thing, which is different. You know, it's a legendary making it happen versus a Ditto. Because we all know that's how it would happen. I wish we could breed legendaries, because that would make shiny hunting for them a lot easier. Even though most of them are shiny locked now in newer games anyways. Weird how Clefable looks like Gengar. Why is it? I don't know. I feel like there's probably some way that you could make lore out of that for how they're related. But I feel like there's also a way to just kind of say that, like, it was Gen 1, they were making designs, and that's what they made. Has anyone heard of the story of Reggie Alpha? I haven't, actually. In Fire Red, in Cinnabar Island, they say there's a failure making Mewtwo, and a lot of people think it's Ditto. Yeah, I mean, I've seen that one tossed around of like, because you know Ditto's the same color of Mew and all that, so it's possible. I don't know if they don't ever like directly reference Ditto and all that, but it's possible. I think it's pretty possible. Fun fact, Fion has no ID number in Sinnoh games. Yeah, I don't think most of the Island Scan Pokemon in Sun and Moon have IDs either. Like when you can catch like Totodile and Chikorita and all that. I don't think... Those ones don't have any kind of ID numbers either because there's no national dex. You're gonna go for Shiny's Yungoos, Sans. Good luck with that. That was actually my longest shiny hunt before this Treecko. I got it up to a chain of like 1,600 and it still wouldn't appear. Which is kind of crazy when the odds in that game, once you have the shiny charm and all that, can drop like into the hundreds, like down to like 600. Yeah, Ditto and Mew both have the same blue for their shinies too, so it's really, I think it's kind of possible. Because it kind of goes along with Mew's ancestor of everything, and Ditto being able to become everything. Probably going to spend the afternoon watching me try to get a shiny Treecko. Alright, Bleach. Glad you liked the stream enough to want to watch it. Kecleon can't learn Camouflage and Growlithe can't learn Ring Growl. That's pretty funny. Are you considering the broken RNG and Emerald when I'm soft resetting? Yes, I am. I'm resetting... Sorry about this. Sorry guys, I have allergies. That's why I've been running my nose so much today. Yeah, about every 50 soft resets, I've been resetting my save. What time am I going to be live streaming till? I'm going to be going until 10 p.m. Eastern Time, so a little less than 2 hours. Gotten it yet? I have not yet. You had a lot of free time after playing Pearl and started reading stories. Yeah. I get that, yeah. What's my favorite shiny Pokemon that I've ever caught before? My favorite shiny is Milotic, and I have caught one of those. So I think I'm going to go with that, because I was going to try to think if there's any like shiny that really stood out to me as like a fun hunt. But for the most part, Milotic was pretty nice because getting a shiny Feebas took longer than normal, so it was pretty satisfying to get it, and getting that shiny and it looking amazing. So yeah, Milotic is probably my favorite shiny to catch. Followed by Minior, because Minior was my first like true Masuda method, and by that I mean I'd gotten the starters with Japanese starters and an English Ditto, but Minior was the first thing I got after getting a Japanese Ditto to do Masuda with, and it popped up in less than like an hour, which is pretty cool. Do I like Pokemon Showdown? I've never used it. I'm not a big competitive player. Like, most of the time I spend in Pokemon's either playing through the story or doing stuff like this for a shiny hunt. Welcome back again, Kareem. Try shiny hunting for Feebas and Diamond. How hard is it in Diamond? I know it'd be ridiculously hard in Emerald because of how hard it is to find a Feebas. What was the first shiny Pokemon I got? The first shiny Pokemon I ever got was a Ditto in my copy of Sun. And I had looked up and done my research on like how to get a Ditto and how to prevent it from transforming into my Pokemon and stuff, and how to keep it, the main one, from fainting. And I did all that. And I did all that research, but I hadn't done the research on how breeding for shinies worked. I wanted a shiny Rowlet. And in my mind, I was like, if I get a shiny parent Pokemon to breed with, it'll make it easier, you know, more likely to be shiny or something. Which isn't the case at all, and I didn't know about Masuda method until I looked it up right after I got the Ditto. Have I ever encountered a shiny Pokemon and not caught it before I ran out of Pokeballs? Unfortunately, I haven't had a situation like that yet. I've only randomly encountered 2 shinies, and both of them I still had my shiny hunting team on me with plenty of Pokeballs. But yeah, I'm terrified of getting like a shiny early on in a playthrough of a game when I don't have the resources to have 200 Pokeballs on me at all times, and I don't have a Pokemon with False Swipe. But currently, I'm very thankful that I haven't failed a shiny hunt yet by knocking out the Pokemon. Have I played XY Sun and Moon, and can I recommend them? I haven't beaten my copy of Y, but I have played through all of Sun, and I really liked it. Like, I really recommend Gen 7. The storyline's great. I know a lot of people didn't like the story because it was a little bit hand-holdy, but it was a good story, and I think that made up for, like, the linearity of it. Alright, guys, we hit 2200, so I'm going to go ahead and reset the save here before I forget. You only have one shiny Porygon, so not really, and of course the red Gyarados. Oh no, well, I hit the wrong button there, so I'm going to go through this one. Yeah, because I haven't played Johto, I haven't gotten that red Gyarados. But that kind of almost ruined, like, the shiny Gyarados for me. It's not special. It's still a decent shiny, but it's just super common, and you get it, like, through the story, basically. We get the shiny now, Stance. I hope we get the shiny now. You're saying 2222. The first shiny you got was a Quillfish. Nice. The first shiny I ever got that wasn't, like, specifically hunted for by me was a Kangaskhan. Because I was trying to complete my living dex, just like my regular living dex for Pokemon Sun, and I had to get a Cubone. And I ran into a Cubone and false swiped it, and it immediately called in for help, and a shiny Kangaskhan appeared. And I just couldn't believe my eyes. Like, I just sat there staring at it like, is that shiny? Like, I know that's what the shiny looks like, but am I going insane? Until, like, the sparkle actually popped up. And I was just like, holy crap, I just got a random shiny. The first shiny you caught was a red Gyarados. It's not bad. It's still a shiny. It's just, to me, it's not hunted. It's still a shiny, and it's still really cool. And for a lot of people, that is their first. That's like their only shiny. I haven't gotten that one. I have a different Gyarados, but it's one that I evolved from a shiny Magikarp. Hello, Mathos. Welcome to the stream. Queen of the Castle saying 2420. Okay. We may or may not get to that one tonight. It's going to be pushing it if we get to even 2400. Oh, you're in that one tunnel and X and Y and stumbled on his shiny Rhyhorn. That's nice. Nice. Yeah, like Shadow just said, there's a Discord link in the description for anyone who wants to chat outside of the streams. I'm generally in the text chat fairly often. So, you know, if anyone wants to talk outside of the streams, there's that in the description, and there's a few people who have joined it so far, and it'll be great the more people that join it. Yeah, that is a huge plus for Heart Gold is, 100% encounter rate on a shiny. Yeah, so for people who just want a shiny of some kind, that Gyarados is great for it. Why did I restart the game? I restarted the game because Emerald has weird RNG. Most Pokemon games, you don't have to do this. And in most Pokemon games, when you soft reset, it's truly random if you're going to get a shiny or when a shiny would appear. But in Emerald, the seed that they use to generate shinies, which is seed's just like a value that they use in some like math formula, the seed that they use in this game stays the same every time you soft reset, while most of them, they are random every time you reset. And they use that seed and your trainer ID to determine when a shiny would appear. So what happens is, most of the time that seed always changes and your trainer ID is the same. But in this game, the seed's the same, so you have to make the trainer ID different every once in a while. And it kind of stinks sometimes because it means you have situations like this where I have to reset the game. But it also means that, whenever someone's like, oh, is there, what if you get a shiny Zigzagoon? In Emerald, that's not bad, because it means that you have a shiny frame at the beginning, your trainer ID and that seed are good. So you just have to change your inputs and input a little faster to get the Treecko to pop up when the Zigzagoon would have popped up. One thing you like about Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver is you could transfer your Fire Red and Leaf Green Pokemon to it, and your Ruby and Sapphire. Yeah, that's one thing I want, is to be able to move. I have Platinum, and I want to get at least Soul Silver, which is what I'm looking at getting eventually. So I can eventually like trade things like this Treecko and any other shinies I get from this game up to like Pokebank or Gen 6. So I reset every 100 soft resets. So far I've been doing every 50, because for the most part I have like the same inputs to within a second, and Pokemon runs at 60 frames per second, and any one of those frames can be shiny. So 50 is a round number I can keep track of, and it lets me hit most of those frames. Your first shiny was a Drowsy in Pokemon Soul Silver. Nice, Kelvin. Alright, see you later, Philippe. Thanks for tuning into the stream. How long have I been hunting, James? So tonight I've been hunting for a little over an hour, but I've been hunting for this Pokemon about 3 times a week for the past about 3 weeks. And I've gotten to about 25 to 30 hours of, like, actually hunting. Thanks, Philippe. Hope to see you soon. Your first shiny was a Beware? Nice, Sans. I really like Beware's shiny. I like the yellow that they use. I like the normal design too, It's just that yellow is really nice. You had a shiny Mudkip on your first Game Boy? Nice, James. I don't know. Why do crows steal, Paul? Okay, that's a little inappropriate. Welcome back, Nick. Your first shiny is a Lugia and Crystal after like one soft reset. That is so lucky. Because that's still, you know, 1 in 8,000 odds. So am I going to be finishing the game once I get the shiny Treecko, or are you just going to keep it on the cartridge until I can trade it? I do plan on doing a playthrough with the Treecko once I get it. So I think the plan is for me to record Let's Plays and possibly do like a shiny badge hunt. And when I go for more Pokemon and hunt for shinies, I stream that part. But when I'm doing things like, you know, fighting the rival and just making my way through routes and towns and stuff, I'll do that in like a normal Let's Play format and record it. And anytime I go for a hunt, be it just another Pokemon or be it a legendary, I'll stream those. Shiny at 8,000. We'll see, Nick. Unamic, thank you for the sub. What's up, what's up, Hamas? Hamza. Sorry, I pronounced that way wrong. How long did the last shiny take? I actually haven't gotten a shiny on stream yet. This is the first one. Jalar Horn. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Thank you for the sub. What if I get a shiny Zigzagoon instead? Well, in Emerald, the RNG is messed up in a way that getting a shiny Zigzagoon isn't actually bad. Because what it means is that I have a shiny frame early in my game with this save. So I just have to change up my inputs a little bit, and I'll be able to get a shiny Treecko. I just have to hit buttons a bit faster. And that's why you'll see, like, every 50 soft resets, I restart the game entirely. Because it builds the shinies. Gen 2 was different, because Gen 2 used the IVs of the Pokemon. But in Gen 3 and up, they use, like, part of the personality value, which is generated using a seed in the game's cartridge and the trainer ID. And that value controls things like IVs and nature, as well as it being shiny. And it determines what frame different like Pokemon and shinies would appear on. And so I have to change the trainer ID every once in a while, otherwise the same frames will be shiny every time. Which is a good thing once I know what those frames are. But right now it's a little bit bad because I could just not have a shiny frame for 30 seconds. Is it same for Ruby and Sapphire on the Game Boy? It's not. Emerald's the only game that has this issue. So would I have to do the same thing with Fire Red Leaf Green? Again, yeah, no, like, it's not all of Gen 3, it's only on Emerald. Like, I don't know what they did, because Ruby and Sapphire are normal, Fire Red Leaf Green are normal, but Emerald, the seed isn't random every time. Am I on Steam? I have a personal account on Steam. It's not like a public one for streaming. I think I hit both up and down on my counter at once there. There you go. Shadow getting challenged. Called out. Alright, we're at 22-20. I think someone was saying it would happen on 4 twos, which would be pretty cool. Which legendary Pokemon do I like? I like all of them. Like, for the most part, I like all of them. But if I had to choose one, that's a tough one. I'd probably say Rayquaza. Just because Emerald was one of my first games as a kid, and so, you know, the Pokemon that was on the box was the one to go for, and I still remember when I finally actually caught it. Which, funny story, it was back when I didn't realize Master Balls were 100% catch rate, and I was freaking out that I need to lower it, so I need to lower its HP all the way, so I didn't waste my Master Ball, and I think I, like, ended up, like, hard resetting my game 3 or 4 times because I kept fainting it on accident. Favorite generation, yours is 3? 3 is definitely up there because it was my first generation I played. However, I am going to go with 7. I'm sorry, 7 because I loved the story in Sun and Moon. Rowlet is my favorite Pokemon, and Sun is the game that I have the most time in. But Gen 3 is second because of all the nostalgia. I love Hoenn region. Fire Red was my first game. What keeps me motivated to do this? I'm pretty patient, and I just it's kind of like the excitement of, like, knowing that eventually I'll get it. Like, the anticipation is enough excitement to keep me going. And a lot of it's actually, like, the streaming it, because it means, you know, there are people to talk to and stuff. I'm not just, you know, sitting at my desk or on my couch, just constantly soft resetting a Pokemon game. Oh, nice! You got a cartridge of black with all legendaries and stars. That's a nice Bleach. Oh, nice! You got a Magnemite while watching the stream. That's awesome. You're betting the next one's gonna be shiny. We'll see. Have I eaten anything during this hunt? No, I eat dinner right before I stream, and then I like eat a snack afterwards. I only go for 3 hours, so I can go without eating during that time. Sorry if I've been talking much. That's okay, Nick. This is gonna make you fire up your Game Boy? Alright. I'm glad I inspired you. Yeah, it was earlier this summer that I found all my old Game Boy stuff, and I found my cartridge of Emerald. Unfortunately not Sapphire or Fire Red, but I found Emerald. The clock battery is dead, so I ran out to the store and grabbed a clock battery. And my friend and I, like, rigged up a way to hold the battery into place. It's super sketch, but the clock runs and I don't get the warning anymore. Can I really go that long without eating? It's tough there. It's tough, Brad. I mean, yeah. Seeing as I, like, seem to have to eat something every hour at work. You don't mind if I eat? Yeah, it's cool. I'm just not hungry, though. Like, I eat before the streams, and I don't really need to eat during them. So I'd rather not be, like, stuffing my face on camera, especially if anyone new comes in and I'm just sitting there with a face full of food. What's my favorite food? I can't think of, like, every food off the top of my head, but if I'm gonna go with, for the most part, corn dogs. Like, there's probably some, you know, like, specific burger or something that I like more, but a generic food that I like is corn dogs. Am I playing on a PC or Game Boy? I'm playing on a Game Boy player through a GameCube. So it's on my like legitimate cartridge of Emerald, and I'm just playing with a Game Boy controller or GameCube controller and capturing that to my PC. Favorite cereal? Reese's Puffs. You play Pokemon on your tablet? Nice. I used to play, I had an emulator on my old iPhone that I played Fire Red on back a while ago. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I wanted to, like, I started looking at, you know, how to capture Game Boy footage, and I was ready to start, like, soldering stuff to my, like, actual Game Boy SP, and then it was like, oh, you have a, oh, you can just use the Game Boy player and a GameCube. So I started looking into those, and then my friend Brad, who's in the chat right now, is actually the one who's lending me his GameCube and his Game Boy player to let me do this. He likes corn dogs. Understatement of the century. Yeah. Yeah. What race am I from? You mean... I mean, I'm just, like, American, if that's what you're kind of going at. You know, families from all over. Yeah. Then you had a GameCube. You just got a shiny Zora. That's awesome, Kelvin. Hopefully I can get some of that shiny luck, and we can get Treecko here in the next hour and a half. Once I get Treecko, what am I going to do? If I get Treecko, like, not near the end of a stream, I'm going to immediately switch over to playing a cartridge of Leaf Green I have, a Japanese Leaf Green that I have, and start shiny hunting for a Charmander in that. But in the long run, what's going to happen is I'm going to do a Let's Play through Emerald using this shiny Treecko, and I'm going to continue to do shiny hunts throughout that playthrough. And I'm going to stream the hunts, but I'm just going to record, like, actually playing through the game, like, doing rival battles and gyms and all that. So I'm going to record and upload to my channel. And eventually I'm going to end up shiny hunting all the legendaries at the end of the game. Because part of why I want to do Emerald is because it's the only way I can really get a lot of the shiny legendaries now. Because they're shiny locked and it's past, like, the events aren't happening anymore. Have you seen or read manga or anime? I have. Quite a lot, actually. Behind me, that bookshelf is just full of manga. You'll be hearing the same battle music in your sleep if you keep watching the stream. Just imagine it for me. I'm here for the whole stream. A good manga and anime you recommend would be Tokyo Ghoul. I've been meaning to watch that. I just haven't gotten around to it. I have a massive list of things that I plan on watching. Because pretty much everything I hear about, I add to the list. Like, eventually I'll watch it. Alright, so we're getting close to 2250 here, and then we'll reset the save again. Way too much time. There's no such thing as too much time dedicated to anime. Your money's still on attempt 2674. It'll take a while to get there, but we'll get there, Brad. Do I watch Dragon Ball Super? I haven't watched any Dragon Ball. That's one of the few shows that, like, as a kid, I would see come on TV, and I didn't really get into. There's a fly, like, right in front of me. And I think he flew through the camera one time, but... Alright, 2249. Two more, and then we'll reset the save. Well, not counting this one, one more. Alright, last one. If we don't get it this time, we're going to restart the save. You don't like Treecko? It's your least favorite of the three? I mean, it's my favorite, but I understand it. Welcome, Shy Fox Games. Have I seen Attack on Titan Season 2 yet? I haven't. I've been meaning to. It's on. It's one of the few things that Hulu had this season, so I was planning on watching it. But I just got distracted with other things. I never started it. So the only things... The two shows I really kept up with this season were Love Tyrant and My Hero Academia. And even Love Tyrant, I'm like a couple episodes behind on. You're saying 2265, Shadow? Alright. Have I ever named any of the Pokemon I've caught? I normally don't name the ones in like my personal games, because I'm just not imaginative enough to come up with names. But in the streams and stuff, the streams can like come up with names and things for them. Currently, I think it's working where if no one guesses the name or guesses the exact number, it's going to be named Corndog. But if you guess the exact number, you get to choose the name for it. For Treecko, at least, we'll figure out something else for the next ones. Yeah, that's what I want to avoid when I do. Is just I'd rather play the game than sit there and trying to think of a name for Pokemon. Like, I get, you know, their partners and all that, and naming them like increases the bond some. But for me, I feel like I'd always nickname it and then regret it later. So I'd rather it just be named what it's named. Oh, Shoto is... Yeah. That one was insane. I still haven't watched the most recent episode, though. I tend to watch them, like, Tuesday nights. Even though it comes out on Friday. I'm kind of sad that the whole, the Academy games are over. Because, like, those were just so hyped for me. I know the rest of it's gonna be just as good, if not better, but like, those are just so good in my mind. Yeah, I'm still at it, Kareem. I'm gonna keep going until I get it, so. What's the lowest level I've caught a shiny? If you're talking like level of the Pokemon, it's either 1 if you count hatching eggs, or 2 if you don't, because then I got like a shiny Pick-a-Peck. You just want to see my reaction? Yeah, I want to see mine too, because this is the longest hunt I've done, and it's the first hunt I've done on stream, so it's a completely different environment compared to most hunts I've done. Like, it's gotten to the point that most of the time when I shiny hunt, it's just like oh hey, shiny! And then I, you know, do whatever, I, save the game and whatnot. But, like, this is on stream with a bunch of other people to share the experience, and at this point, it's the longest one I've done, both in terms of encounters and just pure time. So it's going to be a completely different experience. And I'm probably going to be super hyped. You never really got into Naruto? I didn't either. I want to go back and watch the whole thing eventually, but it's way too long to just on a whim decide, I'm going to start watching this. Do I like Fairy Tail? I haven't seen Fairy Tail. Most of the big popular ones I haven't seen. Like, I've seen a lot of little obscure ones, or like, ones that are popular along like the more hardcore anime fans, I guess. But like, I haven't seen most of the big shonen shows, or like super long ones like Fairy Tail, Naruto, any of that. That's good. I want to watch that one too. That's pretty much my response to all these is like, yeah, I haven't seen it, but I want to see it. It's just I have a massive list. So starting something that's 12 episodes is always easier to do than starting something that has multiple hundreds. Fairy Tail's one of the best things. I'll have to check it out. I mean, I'm definitely going to. It's just, starting something that's longer than, like, 48 episodes is just kind of a big task in my mind. Because I like to watch one show at a time. My Hero Academia? Yeah, it's an anime. I don't know if you're like asking what it is, or if you're asking if that's what we're still talking about. Oh, have I ever watched it? Yes. I've watched all season 1, and I'm watching season 2 as it comes out. I'm 1 episode behind right now. Alright, see you later, Kareem. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Bleach was the best you ever comes in. I thought they ended Bleach, at least the manga they did. I haven't seen that one either, so again, not the person with knowledge on it. I mean, again, I plan on watching Bleach, so I'll watch it when it comes up. But again, you know, just long shows like that are hard for me to get into. And I try to avoid watching like clips from shows as well. Like I like going in with a fresh opinion of nothing more really than a name, maybe a minor description, or like just a random funny picture I find on the internet with a source to an anime. Like, those are always the best ways, in my opinion, is to go into shows. Just not knowing anything. What's my favorite shiny? It is Milotic. I like Milotic in the first place. Especially, you know, being as these are my, like, Gen 3 is my first game. Or my first games. And it was so hard to get a Feebas and, you know, by that same logic of Milotic. So it was like, it was always cool to just have it. So then on top of that, for it to switch from like red and blue to blue and yellow, or to blue and gold, which I like that color scheme so much better, I really like Milotic, and that's why I'm my favorite shiny. You're still guessing 3,000 cents. Alright. I'm hoping we get it before that, but if it goes that long, I'd still be okay with it. Have I caught any shiny Pokemon before? Yes. This is my first one that I've streamed, and it's the first one I've caught outside of Pokemon Sun. But I have about 800 hours in my save on Pokemon Sun, and I've caught like 90 or 92 Pokemon, something like that. Do you know how to get Umbreon or Espeon in Ruby because your EV is at level 53? Those ones evolve by friendship, or by happiness. Or friendship. Yeah, friendship. Basically, the more you walk around with them, the higher their friendship with you gets. And once they get to a certain point, and it levels up, if it levels up in the day, it becomes Espeon, and if it levels up at night, it becomes Umbreon. And there are certain things that raise or lower the happiness alongside walking. Giving them herbs lowers their happiness because it's bitter. Yeah. So if you give them herbs, they taste bitter, so it lowers their happiness. If they win battles, they gain a bit extra. I think if they faint, they lose a little bit. Yeah, don't let them faint, basically. That's like the main thing that'll like kill the happiness, aside from herbs, which for the most part you're not really feeding them herbs unless you have to. And that's to prevent them from fainting. One Punch Man was really good. Like, it was pretty much a satire on all the other big ones like Dragon Ball Z and stuff. And I really liked it. Like, that was a really good one that season. And it was one of the first ones I actually watched, like, simultaneously. Alright, shortest. Yeah, I mean, it's normal length for... It's a fairly normal length for an anime, just being 12, 13 episodes. But compared to things like, you know, Bleach and Fairy Tail, it's short. But that's just because compared to everything else, Bleach and Fairy Tail are ridiculously long. Thanks, Andy. Yeah, it's really hard in this game just because the odds are so much against you. Because, like, in the newer games, after Gen 6, they cut the odds in half for full odds. And then there's the Shiny Charm, and there's different ways to chain. But in this one, it's just straight 1 in 8,192. And you just gotta hope you get it. And Emerald's got its extra weird quirks with having to reset the save every once in a while. But this is going to make it so much more satisfying when we actually get it. Welcome to the stream, Far Cry. The scariest thing would be shiny hunting in the Safari Zone. Yeah, with the Pokemon just being able to run away, that would... I'd be so nervous the whole time. Why? Just because they run away. Like, most of the time, you know, especially when soft resetting like this, you have the Pokemon. It's already in the Pokeball. But the Safari Zone, they can just run without you being able to catch them. You don't understand how I could go fast enough? You mean button presses? I'm actually not hitting this like as fast as I can. Welcome to Overleveled Glysaur. Almost 2,300 encounters is incredible. Yeah, this is the longest hunt I've ever done. The longest hunt I've had before this was at like 1,600. And the odds for that one were a lot lower, so... This could go on into the tens of thousands. I've seen people take 40,000 to get it. Someone who was in the stream earlier said it took them 30,000 to get it, which is just insane. Any hobbies? Well, I like to play video games and stuff. If you can't tell, I also like to bike, which is why the bike's in the back, and pretty big into like computer programming and stuff. Would it be easier to do Torchics and skip the arrow button? A little bit. I mean, I guess yeah, but I want a Treecko, and hitting that button an extra time is worth it in my opinion. Don't you get tired of soft reset? Once I tried to get a shiny Torchic, but I had to leave. I'm going to remove your comment, Andy, just because I try to keep the chat PG, but I'll answer it. It's okay, just, you didn't know. But do I get tired of it? In a way, I guess, but doing it on stream adds a little bit of excitement to it, and in general, I'm pretty patient when it comes to shinies. So for me, 2,300 is a lot, but it's not anything too ridiculous, especially when I only do it like 3 hours a day. If I sat here for like 10 hours straight, then yeah, I'd probably get a little burnt out. The only thing I don't like about Sun and Moon is they took out gyms, but it's a very good Pokemon game. Yeah, I can appreciate them trying to mix it up. And there is, the theory that there are a bunch of like empty lots in Alola and Sun and Moon. And Sun and Moon 2, or Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, I don't know why I said 2, might have them, but they might also just have different trials. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. And yeah, the trials were kind of weird and a little bit gimmicky in my mind. A lot of the ways you had to get to the totem Pokemon, like the ghost one where you had to take pictures of the ghost Pokemon to fight them. That was weird. But for the most part, trials weren't bad. They were a new twist that was nice. The only shiny we've ever chained for is a shiny Ralts at 72 encounters. Nice, Glysaur. I have had a few happen pretty quickly, but I know SOS chaining has longer chains, but I think they're easier to maintain. But computer programming really a hobby at this point? In a way. I mean, sure, it's my major and what I do for work, but sometimes I do projects for myself. I try to do shiny hunts, but can't do it. I don't have the time. Yeah, that is a big factor. I've noticed over the summer while I have a job, I definitely don't shiny hunt as much. Welcome back, Kelvin. Playing Pokemon Black right now and about to translate. Good luck, Lysor. Have I ever reset by accident on a shiny? I haven't, Duck. This is the first soft reset I've done for a shiny. Most of it's been SOS chaining in Pokemon Sun. So I can't really, like... I could KO it, but I'm really careful about making sure I've seen that it's not shiny before I hit it. What's my favorite sport? If we count esports, then Rocket League. But as a normal traditional sport, cycling. Yeah, having a shiny is pretty incredible. And yeah, I'm glad you understand about the chat thing. Is Emmy back? Emmy is not back. I need to do that when I get off stream. Yeah, I'm hoping I don't. Yeah, I'm hoping I don't reset over a shiny this time, just because that would suck. But fortunately, Emerald has messed up RNG, so soft resetting over a shiny isn't the end of the world in this one. You can actually get the exact same shiny again. You got a shiny Magikarp in XY chain fishing. It took about 30 encounters. It's a lot harder than it looks. Yeah, like. Looking at how you have to do, I didn't hit the button. Looking at how you have to do shiny hunt, or like fish chaining, and chaining in general, it's so much easier to break the chains with DexNav and fishing and Poker Radar than it is with SOS chaining. SOS chaining, you just have to make sure that you keep a Pokemon from the same like evolution chain out on the field at any given time. Welcome back, Kareem! Good luck. Thank you, Cole. While you're training in a first shiny Eevee and Sun version, you found a wild Espeon. Only good reward because it also had 5 perfects. Nice, Alejandro. Yeah, I guess you're not going for Espeon or Umbreon. It's kind of annoying when they can pop up. But I was going, when I hunted for Eevees, I was going for a Living Dex. So I don't think any of them popped up as shiny evolutions, but I would have been okay with it because I was going for all of them. Thoughts on Pokemon Go? I played it when it first came out. It had all those issues when it came out. I know they've been fixing it, but I haven't re-downloaded the game on my new phone. I will consider re-downloading the game if they fix a lot of the major issues before they release Hoenn Pokemon. Like, that's kind of the time I'm giving it, because if Hoenn Pokemon are added to it, and the game is like a good game again, I'll play it, because you know those are the nostalgia for me is that generation. What's the meaning of life? Catch Pokemon, obviously. Have I ever completed a Pokedex before? I've completed a Alolan Pokedex. I haven't completed a full National Dex because Gen 7 was the first games that I actually got both versions of. And I got my girlfriend to trade me Pokemon from Moon before I got my copy of Moon. So it was the first one I was able to complete the entire Pokedex in. So I haven't completed a National Dex, but I've completed the regular Pokedex, and I almost have a Living Dex in it too. I need a Cosmog and a Cosmoem and a Type Null. I think that's it. I may have one that I'm missing. But I almost have a complete Living Dex, and my goal is to get a complete Shiny Living Dex too. If I had a shiny, like I'm just going to go, if I had one shiny Eevee, what would I evolve it into? I would evolve it into an Umbreon. I really like the black and blue. That neon blue just looks really good to me. But I have actually caught 9 shiny Eevees and was able to evolve all the evolutions and keep one as a regular Eevee. What's my favorite Pokemon game? My favorite Pokemon game is probably Pokemon Sun, just because it's the one that I have the most hours in, it's where all my shinies are, and it's my favorite story in any Pokemon game I've played. As far as generations, it would probably also be Gen 7, but Gen 3 would be a very close second. Because Gen 3 is the first games I played. My first game ever was Fire Red, and then I also played through Emerald and Sapphire when I got them for Christmas one year. You think Shiny Stars and Legendary Pokemon are the hardest to get compared to any other Pokemon? Yeah, definitely Legendaries and Starters, assuming you're going for them in, like, at the start of the game. And I just realized we hit 2300, so I'm going to go ahead and restart the save here. Just because Emerald has messed up RNG, and instead of the seed, like a random number being generated every time you start the save, it's the same. So in order to get different, like, shiny frames that are better and earlier, you have to restart the save. Alright, thank you, Diego, and thanks for stopping by the stream. I hope to see you next time. Luigi Bro, welcome back to the stream. Emulator or real system. I'm playing on a Game Boy player hooked up to a GameCube. So I'm using a legitimate cartridge of Emerald that I can eventually trade the Pokemon up to newer versions in. Shima, welcome to the stream. Do I play any other games besides Pokemon games? So far on stream, no. But outside of Pokemon, I play like GTA with friends and Rocket League. Recently I've been playing golf with friends. So I play a lot of different games, mostly PC games. You have a Game Boy Advance? Yeah, so do I. It's just I have to use a Game Boy if I want to capture it and stream, because there's no video out on a Game Boy. Live stream GTA? I might. The only problem with that is then the stream and GTA would be fighting for my CPU. Chris Archeops, sorry about if I pronounced that last name. Thank you for the sub. Yeah, so GTA is just a little bit. It's at the top end of what my PC can play with nothing else going. So to add a stream on top of that, which even just streaming this is using like almost 20% of my CPU, it'd be pushing it. I can look into it, maybe lower some settings. Can I wish you luck for a Torchic and Omega Ruby? Sure, Blue Flare Charizard. Good luck with your Torchic. And you bet I get the shiny in 2,390 encounters. We'll see. That'll be really close to the end of the stream. I'm going for about another 50 minutes, so we'll probably get through something like another, 100. Which will put us about where I expected, of 2,400 at the end of this stream. But yeah, Duck, like you said, I might not stream GTA, but I'll probably stream some other games at some point. Maybe not on my normal stream schedule, because that seems to just be Pokemon. But if I find some free time, I may stream some other games with friends. Alright, let's make sure I save so I don't mess up. I've done that before where I've gone through that whole process and then opened the bag before saving, which you can't back out of. So as soon as you do that, you're stuck and you have to restart again. Who's the next shiny? So after I get Treecko, the current plan is if there's more than like the next stream for sure, and possibly the last part of the stream I catch a Treecko in, I'm gonna start hunting for a shiny Charmander in Fire Red, or not Fire, Leaf Green. Chris Archeops, thanks for the sub, and even though you don't necessarily understand all the English I'm saying, I appreciate that you enjoyed the stream. Oh, GL means good luck, Charizard. Duck SDR, thank you for the sub. $100 subs? Really? That's awesome! I didn't think I'd ever gonna get to 100 subs. That's awesome. I did it in less than a month. That's... I'm gonna say it again, but that's awesome. You're battling Luigi in Smash? Oh no! For anyone who's just tuning in or has been in the chat and has been enjoying it, just so you know, there's a link to a Discord server in the description that I had set up for anyone who wants to chat outside of these streams as well. Chill with the emojis. Yeah, I mean, that one message I'm okay with, but as long as it's not like a lot. Zack Attack, welcome to the stream. I should go for a shiny Poochyena next. Name it Uncatchable. Maybe. I'll have to get something so I can actually like hunt for it, as opposed to just running around in the grass hoping I get it. What should I call my Magikarp? I'm still on my stream, so make it cool. I named my Weedle Smoke Weedle. I'm not really good at naming things, so if anyone in the chat wants to throw an idea out for Retro Kraken, go for it. When do I start college? I start back up. I've already been in college a couple of years. I start back up in the middle of August. You're the 100 sub, Andy? That's awesome. I can't believe I made it to 100 subs. Yes, people, if you have ideas for a Magikarp name, throw them out in the chat. Name it jump. Name it Magikarp Jump. What would be? Rudy. There you go. Name the Treecko Magico. So, Zach, that currently the like plan with names is if someone can guess the exact number that the shiny is going to come up on, and not, you know, like saying, oh, the next one every time, but like if someone can give me like a number and it actually shows up on that one, they can name it if they're in the stream still. Otherwise, it's going to be named Corn Dog. But cool would be Mario Kart, because Mario's originally... That's actually really good, Retro Kraken. What is the limit of my patience? I don't know yet. We may find out, but only streaming for about 3 hours a day, 3 times a week, kind of breaks it up and makes it where it's not actually boring. Like, I'd only do it for 3 hours, and I can do 3 hours without getting bored. The great Corn Dog's friend approves of the name Corn Dog. That is good to know, Queen of the Castle. Rajiv, you say 2324. Okay, we'll find out on that one soon. 2333. We'll see, Duck. We'll see. Your guess is gonna show up on 2409. We will see, Zach Attack. We may get to that one this stream. We may get to that one next stream. And for anyone who's interested, the next stream I will be on Thursday. Same time as this one, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And my schedule is generally Monday, Thursday, Saturdays. Gecko Oolong, that's a cool name. Okay, Rajiv. 2316. We will see. That one's coming up right now, Luigi. Again, 2390. Alright, Blue Fairy Charizard. 2317. We'll see, Shima. Next one. After this. Dude, be careful, this may turn into my full-time job. I mean, that'd be kind of nice, but for right now it's a hobby and I'm cool with it. Alright, so 2316 wasn't shiny, so we're going to see. Shima said 2317, so that one's up right now. Chase Stone, you're saying 2357, alright. Does anyone want to voice chat on Discord? I might get into the voice chat for a little bit after this stream. Not for too long, because I generally play some games with other friends after the streams, but I'll get in the voice chat for a bit if other people want to. Overleveled Glysaur, you're saying 2319, alright. Blue Flare Charizard, 2. Okay, a little late to that one, buddy. Unfortunately, it wasn't a shiny, but... Rajiv, I'm okay with it this last time, but if we could not have a lot of emoji spam in the chat, that'd be appreciated. Like, I'm okay with that one, but any more I might just remove. $2,839. That's your guess. All right, Retro Kraken. It's gonna be a little bit, but we should get to that one soon. What's up, Lorenzo Shinies? Welcome back to the stream. call it Hunter if you got it right, Retro King. Alright. You're going to have to remind me again, because I don't think we're going to get to that one this stream, and we might get to that one next stream. But it may be Saturday by the time we get to the 2800s. Kawaii Horse, you're thinking something around 2400 to 2500. We'll see, but if it falls in that range, that's a little bit broad to give like you naming rights to it. But you have a Game Boy Advance, that's great, Rajiv. So you can still play all these games. I have one too. I can't stream from it, so I'm using a GameCube. Try for a Mewtwo shiny? I might eventually. Shiny Treecko's pretty cool. I agree, Glysaur. That's kind of why I'm going for it now. Yeah, it's definitely... Shiny Treecko is definitely my favorite Hoenn starter shiny. It's my favorite Hoenn starter, too. Mario Kart, any better name for Magikarp in Pokemon Blue? I don't have one. I think Mario Kart's pretty good. I'm going to have to mute my mic here in a second, guys. It won't be for too long, though. I don't know if you can hear my mom just got home and opened the garage. Yeah, I think Mario Kart's probably the best name. If I'm trying this for 2 weeks, I've been going for at least 2 weeks now, yeah. Uncatchable shiny Zigzagoon. You see Zack Attack? In this game, that's actually not that bad of a thing. Because Emerald has messed up RNG, so if I get a shiny Zigzagoon, it means that I'm really close to getting a shiny Treecko. I just have to do the inputs to get to this scene a bit faster. Get out of my room, I'm playing Minecraft. And that whole RNG thing, actually, while it's kind of a pain right now because it's why I have to do the occasional complete game resets, it will mean that later on I can, like, kind of force shiny encounters a bit, in a sense, because I know I have an early shiny frame, so if I, like, start a game and immediately start running in the grass, I'm more likely to get a shiny. When will stream end? The stream will end in probably about 30 minutes, at around 10 o'clock my time. Then I'll probably, like, I'll run, do something real quick, and then I'll come back down and I'll be on Discord for a little bit. Did you hear about the guy who was shiny hunting a Natu for over 2 years? I haven't heard about him specifically, probably, but I have heard about people who have, you know, spent months on end, you know, not necessarily, like, shiny hunting consistently, but they started a hunt and it took them forever to get it, like, upwards of a year, yeah. I'm hoping my hunt doesn't take that long. Like, so I know there have been people who've gone to, you know, like over 40,000 for a shiny in Gen 3. But I've also seen people who have been in this stream who have talked about getting them in less than 1,000. Hopefully we get it before 8,000. You know, hopefully we can, you know, in a way beat the odds. It's a world record for the longest shiny hunt. That's pretty insane. when trying to get a shiny, oh, this will be easy. It'll, yeah. Then like an hour later. That's kind of how I felt with my first hunt for a Ditto, because I was like, oh, you know, I knew the odds increased after a while, and the odds are already lower in the new games. I was like, this won't take long. And then it was like 4 hours later, and I was like, when's it gonna show up? And it eventually did, like, not long after that. But I sat there for a long while, just, like, realizing how in over my head I was with my first one. I was like, oh, this will take no time at all, especially once I've set this up. And it still, you know, took forever. At least go to a 2409 if you don't get it, because I want to see if your guess was right. If we get close to it, I'll probably go to it. But if we're off by more than like 10, then I'll probably call it. Backstory on my profile pic. It was a picture. It's someone's fan art of a character that was in a game I played back when I made my account. It has no like bearing on the channel or anything. It's just I wanted to have something there other than the generic like silhouette of a person. So I put that. I'm going to change it to something more Pokemon related soon. Yeah, that's crazy for a shiny hunt. One, and I want to say you wrote out like 1 billion. Thankfully, the odds aren't that bad. Thankfully, the odds are only 1 in 8,000. Almost 2 years. Yeah, that's still an insane amount of time. So I've only really been shiny hunting for a little over 6 months. And in that time I've caught like 90 shinies. I'll leave the KS. I mean, it just doesn't really relate to the channel. You had 9 boxes full of Charmander and then lost your game. Oh no, Glysaur, that's awful. I filled up an entire box with Rowlets trying to get a shiny. That was probably one of those. That was probably the second longest hunt I had. Just the sheer number of encounters, you know, with hatching. I felt like I would have got it. Like I got one, and then I hatched the rest of the eggs and got like 3 more within those eggs. Like just however I was going through the eggs, the shinies were building up, and I wasn't actually hatching those eggs. Why not Oras? Because right now I only have a way of capturing Game Boy games. I don't have a 3DS capture card. And in Oras, the legendaries are shiny locked, while in the original Gen 3 they weren't, which means I can get like shiny Rayquaza, Groudon, and Kyogre in these games and trade them up to the newer games so I can get a shiny living shiny dex. Welcome back, Mark. When you try your best but don't succeed. Sometimes that happens. You just gotta keep trying. Why are they shiny locked? I don't know. Game Freak started shiny locking Pokemon in Gen 5. Thankfully they shiny locked things like, you know, the uncatchables, Zigzagoons, and Pushienas. But for whatever reason, they shiny locked legendaries too. They shiny locked pretty much anything that was related to the story. I think they kind of prevent people from just sitting there on like main events of the game, just resetting over and over again, which I don't really get because it's, you know, up to everyone to like play the game how they want. But I think it's also they want to be able to release them as events. Shiny lock sucks. Yeah, because I mean it makes things where like I can't get shiny Tapus because they want to lock into events and things. But and it really sucks for like Gen 6 because I didn't get into Gen 6 until after like almost every event had happened. So there was no way for me to get them then. Especially being as I like to catch all of my own Pokemon, or at least most of my own Pokemon. Are the new Pokemon games too realistic? I don't think so. I did, when I played the original Sun and Moon demo they released like a month before the game, it felt weird with them having like more normal proportions, like more realistic proportions. But it very quickly got over that, and the game still looks great and runs great. It looks better than ever before because it's actually kind of like free-flowing. There's not any kind of sense of blockiness to it. But the Pokemon still look the same. Like they use the exact same models as they do in Gen 6. You're almost guaranteed not to find a shiny in the story modes. Yeah, because you won't have the shiny charm by then. You know, most of the time you're not going to be hunting in the story. Your Pokemon aren't necessarily strong enough to like sustain a hunt. Shadow, you're saying 2334 and 2337. Well, we already passed those. $23.45. All right, guys. So we've got two more until that. No dislikes. That's good. Two three. That one's a long way off. Hopefully it doesn't take that long. I may have to take a break if we get that far. For my own sanity. $23.50. We'll see. Over 9,000? I hope not, but I'm prepared to go that far. I came into this knowing there are people who have gone into the tens of thousands, so I'm expecting the worst, and I'm hoping for something a little bit more reasonable. Are memes ever truly outdated? It's over 9. It is, Zach. It is indeed over 9. What was my first video? Alright, Zach. I try to keep the chat PG. What was my first video? My first thing I ever posted on this channel was the first shiny Treecko stream, actually. Memes can indeed be outdated, but then they just become ironic, and it's just another meme within itself. Alright, $23.49. If it's not this one or the next one, we're gonna restart the save probably one last time for the night. We might have one more right at the end. You admire my patience? Thank you. Thank you, Andy. What do I use to record? Right now, to record the gameplay footage, I have my cartridge in a Game Boy player on a GameCube, and I'm using some like no-name capture card to put that into my computer through USB. And then I use OBS to capture the game, my layout, the actual counter I have, and my face cam, and then OBS streams straight to YouTube from there. New here, so why not just breed for it in Sun and Moon? Because I don't have a Treecko in Sun and Moon, and because I want to play through Emerald with this Pokemon. Emerald has weird RNG. So there's a trick where if you catch a shiny in Pokemon Emerald, and you look at its like ID number and all of that stuff, and your trainer ID, you can calculate when exactly you have shiny frames, and you can use that to catch other shiny Pokemon in the game later, including things like legendaries, which are shiny locked in the newer games. International ban on laptops and airplanes? I didn't see that. There was a time when you weren't paying attention and got a shiny Mudkip and Emerald. Nice, Nathan. There was one time I almost ran away from a shiny Pikipek in Sun because I was looking to start a chain, a shiny hunting chain on a Yungoos, and it just popped up randomly. And like I was literally looking down to tap run as the screen flashed back to the Pikipek, and I saw the like green eyes and the purple. I was like, wait a minute. Did I just, like, random encounter this shiny? And sure enough. So I almost ran from one without even knowing I saw it. Got it in 2011 and still have it? Nice. I definitely want to hold on to all my shinies. I don't have Pokebank, but I really need it. Also, I just realized we hit 200, or 2,350 and went past it. So I'm going to go ahead and restart my save. Yep, Chase, your guess is coming up, but it's going to be a little bit because I have to reset the save. Oh, you're watching your brother do something and you just had it muted? Yeah, I mean, most of the time I hunt with it muted, which is why I missed that, why I missed the sparkle sound. I was playing outside of, right before class started. I was talking to some friends, and I looked down to just, like, you know, go back to finding a Yungoos. And I just noticed, I was like, wait a minute, and I, like, showed him, like, is this shiny? Like, I knew what the shiny looked like. I was just like, am I going crazy? Is this shiny? What am I doing? So, like I said, Emerald has messed up RNG. So, Nathan Gonzalez, thank you for the sub. But Emerald has messed up RNG, which means that soft resetting doesn't keep randomizing your like shiny chances. Every time you soft reset the game, you have the same shiny frames, because it builds the shiny frames based off a number saved on the cartridge, which is usually random, but in Emerald it's not, and your trainer value. And if you have an unlucky one, you might not be able to catch a shiny in like the first 30 seconds of turning the game on. So every once in a while, when you're soft resetting like this, you have to reset the profile to get a new trainer ID and hopefully get a better shiny frame. You only have one shiny besides the red Gyarados, and it's a Mareep. That's pretty cool, Josh. Yeah, Emerald's the only one that has this issue, but like I said earlier, you can take advantage of it later and catch more shinies using it. But at the beginning, it's a bit more of a pain. You're guessing 24,000. All right, Sans. This is going to be really close to whether or not we actually get to 2,400 tonight. Because I can get through, I think, a little less than about 2 a minute. And we've got about 15 minutes left in the stream, a little bit more than that. So I think we'll probably get to right around 2,400. Maybe 2,410, depending on if we make it there. You're on the voice chat in Discord? Alright. I'll definitely be on for a little bit after the stream. It'll probably take me like 5-10 minutes to get back down. To get back on after I end the stream, but I'll definitely be on for a little bit. Oh, nice, nice. Shiny Gyarados and Heart Gold. I heard those are really hard to come across. Ah. At least I didn't open the bag. But I didn't overwrite the save, so I gotta do it. Are memes allowed in the Discord chat? I don't really have any rules in there right now. So for now, sure. I'm probably gonna. I need to work on, and I'll probably do it over the weekend some. Actually getting a structure set up for it. I might add some more chats, so like if people don't want to see it, they don't have to. Like the chats can kind of be separated because you can make multiple text chats and voice chats and stuff. Did someone say memes? I believe they did. Yeah, so again, for anyone who's interested, there's a link to a Discord server in the description for anyone that wants to join and chat outside of the streams as well. I don't get in the voice chat too often, but I do keep a fairly close eye on the actual text chat for anyone that wants to chat. Oh, it crashed on mobile? That's weird. I don't really have too many opinions when it comes to, like, politics and economics and all that stuff. Like, I know I should. Like, I'm less than 4 years away from just being out in the world. I really should have more of an opinion on it, but I really don't. I don't have, like, one that's well-formed enough to, like, publicly voice. Well said. Alright, so now we have, I said 15 minutes earlier, but that was more like 20. So now we have 14 minutes left in the stream. Don't know how that's going to actually end up voting when it comes to how far we get, but we'll see. Am I going to name it when I get it? Yeah, so for those of you who are newer to the stream, what I'm going to probably do is if anyone manages to actually guess the number that we get it on, like, you know, not just saying somewhere less than 10,000 or something, but someone guesses the exact number and is in chat when we get it, I will let them like name the shiny as long as it's something appropriate. Otherwise, if no one guesses it, the default name for the Treecko will be Corn Dog. Where am I from? I don't want to like get super specific with that, but I live on the east coast of the U.S. That's really about as specific as I want to go with that. Wolf Prince, you're gonna say 3,000. All right, that'll probably be a couple streams off. You're sure? Yeah, so it'll probably be a couple streams off. Probably Saturday's stream, if at the soonest. You think I'll get it under 4,000? I hope I do, Chase. I hope so. You're gonna guess 2371. All right, Josh. Yeah, you got to keep in mind that the shiny chance has been buffed in this game. Yeah, I'm aware that the shiny chance in this game is 1 in like 8,192. I know, it was Gen 6 that they lowered it, and it wasn't until Gen 4 they added any kind of way to really drop the odds. We're almost to that one, Nathan. 2 more. Alright. 2367 wasn't it, so we'll see. Oh, it's all good, Andy. I just looked over and I saw all the memes being posted on the Discord. That'll be fun to look at after this. Okay, so you're going to say at least 2,900. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know, if you're trying to get something this stream, it's probably, I'm going to end the stream in about 10 minutes here. I've been going for almost 3 hours now, so we're probably going to get to about 2385 or so, it from the looks of it. Ah, your Discord name's Morphine. I did see your name in there. You're the one with the spiciest of the memes. All right. Chase Stone, thank you for the sub. Look at the latest meme. It's funny. I'll check it out once the stream ends. I don't know if it's actually scrolling enough thing. Do I have a shiny in Pokemon Sun and Moon? I do, Wolf Prince. I actually have about 90 in Sun and Moon because I've put since basically haven't stopped playing Sun since it came out. And I have about 820 hours on record in Sun, and most of that has been shiny hunting. Where are the shinies? I don't know. Hopefully they show up soon. Oh, you have about 0 shinies. I mean, there's always a time to start if you want. I know it's, for a lot of people, it's just hard to have the patience for it, and I get that. Because even with the methods that make it easier, it's like, it can take anywhere from 2 hours to 2 days. You try to get a shiny Growlithe, but you kept killing it. Yeah, like, you really have to prepare for a shiny hunt and have, like, all the right Pokemon for it. Like, generally what I do is I have a Decidueye that knows False Swipe and Leaf Blade, and that's what I generally go with. And then you need Adrenaline Orbs to make them call faster if you're doing this in Sun. And to make them call for help faster. And you have to switch the chain every once in a while, because otherwise they're going to run out of PP and start struggling. So for me, I'm really cautious. You can probably do this every 20, but every 10, I switch, like, the 10th Pokemon that another Pokemon calls in, I False Swipe that and knock out the original Pokemon, and I keep going. And just repeat that. Yeah, the Shiny Charm is so easy to get in Sun and Moon because you don't need a National Dex, you just need the Alolan Dex. Use an Intimidate Mawile. Yeah, because Intimidate increases their call rate too. I think Pressure does the same thing, but Pressure makes them use 2 PP at once. Have I ever had Poké Rust? I haven't. Like, that's one thing I haven't gotten yet. You just have, like, no luck with shinies. Yeah, I mean, there have been a bunch of hunts. I used to use a Smeargle with Recycle before just saving up Lepa Berries and having, like, 700 when I go in. And I didn't know that Pikipek had Pickup, which completely ruined my chain, like, 3 times. Because I kept wondering why I couldn't Recycle, because I just wasn't paying close enough attention. And then, I forget why, but I killed, like, 4 Smeargle chains when I was going for that. And recently, Dratinis, I didn't realize they could confuse themselves. So one confused itself and knocked itself out, and the chain ended at like 100 and something. And I was kind of upset with that. It almost took longer to get another Dratini than it did to start that chain, or to do the chain. Intimidate, Pressure, and Unnerve. Yeah, and Intimidate is probably the best one there, because Pressure makes them use more PP at once. Welcome back, Cole. Next 5 tries I'll get it. I hope so, Blazing Bolts, because we've only got about 10 left for the stream. I'm making new game saves. Yeah, Moment, I am. I'm doing it every about 50 encounters. What does making new saves do for it? So, Emerald has messed up RNG. Normally, when you soft reset, the odds of you getting a shiny are truly random, because they're based off your trainer ID and a random number. But in Emerald, that number isn't random, so you keep getting the same, like, shiny frames and same, like, time areas to get shinies over and over again. So you have to reset your save and get a new trainer ID every once in a while. Yeah, I am making new saves, Moment. Rip, duck. Hopefully 2390. That's probably about where we're going to end the stream, and if I got on the last one, that would be awesome. Welcome back, Shima. What Pokemon am I shiny hunting after Treecko? I will probably be going after a Charmander in Leaf Green, just because that's the one other game I have that I can capture that you can get shiny Pokemon in right now. And after I do that, I plan on doing a Let's Play through Emerald with this shiny. And I want to do more shiny hunts in Emerald, and I'll stream those as I do them, and I'll upload like pre-recorded Let's Plays of the actual story, you know, facing off against May, beating gyms, all that kind of stuff will be like Let's Play style. But I'll do some more shiny hunts in Emerald. Welcome back, Zactat. Thanks, Moment. You weren't in here, so I'm not like upset or anything, but I'm removing your comment just because I like to keep the chat PG. Joao Augusto, thank you for the sub. In before Shiny Zigzagoon. So Morphine, the same thing that the same reason why I have to reset the saves is why a Zigzagoon being shiny isn't actually a bad thing for me. It means that I have one of the shiny frames, and I just have to change my input timing a little bit to get a shiny Treecko. Alright guys, so we got about 2 more minutes in the stream. I'm probably going to take this out to 2390, even if it goes a little bit past 10. But then I will be hopping off of the stream for the night, and in about 10 minutes after that, I'll be getting on the Discord server, which for those of you who don't know is linked in the description down below. I'll be in voice chat for a little bit, and outside of the voice chat, I generally pay attention to the text chat all day, unless I'm busy with something like work. So for anyone who wants to chat outside the stream with me or anyone else in this chat, in these streams, feel free to join the Discord down below. It's open to anyone. Gaming Storm, welcome back to the stream. You managed to catch like the last 2 minutes here. I'm about to end it. You got a new Game Boy. That's great. You're saying $23.99 Shadow? Alright, that'll probably be next stream. I'm going to end at $23.90 here, just because we've hit 10 o'clock, so I'm going to go to the nearest round number, which is 90. I have 30 people watching. I know, it's pretty awesome. You identify as a space attack helicopter. Okay. Getting a bit more fancy here. It would still suck though. Yeah, it kind of would, but it's a good sign in this one. Like, it means that I don't have to reset my save anymore. In general, like, it means I have an early frame, so later on in the game that would be good. So while it's not the end, and it obviously would be better to get a Treecko, it would mean it's nearing the end. I have like 26 likes. That's pretty awesome. You have to leave now. Alright, Shima, thanks for tuning into the stream. Joao Augusto, welcome to the stream. Like, we're a minute out from ending it, but I will be back on Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. So for those of you who've enjoyed the stream, thank you for tuning in. I'm just going to do my outro, kind of like wrap up while I do these last two here. But yeah, so thanks to everyone who tuned into the stream, who's liked the video, who's subscribed. It means a lot that you guys like enjoy watching this and chatting with me while I do all this stuff. Chat rules in the description would be a good idea. Yeah, I'm probably going to do that, and I'm probably going to add some people that I know personally who watch these streams as mods to kind of keep up with that too. Shiny hunting is a very slow process. It is, yes. Torchic's best start? I don't know. There's a green lizard that would like to argue with you. Miniboss, good luck on Thursday. Thank you. Yeah, so again, thanks to everyone who tuned into the stream tonight. It means a lot. Alright guys, this is the last one, but anyone who's tuned into the stream, liked it, subscribed, anyone who participated in chat, you know, this makes it so much more exciting for me, because I like shiny hunting anyways, but being able to do it with more people who are into it, it's great. You're going to join the Discord. Awesome, Gaming Storm. Alright guys, so this is going to be the last one for the night. We'll see if it is shiny. Alright, so unfortunately, 2390 wasn't shiny, so we're going to pick up again on Thursday. Thanks again to everyone who tuned in, and I'll see you next time.